Hello, welcome to my channel and thanks for tuning into this video. Today I'm doing another Monochromatic Mondays video and the color today is peach. I'm aware of this little situation going on with my shirt. I put an iron that was too hot on it, so that's what happened there, but I just love the color of the shirt, so I wanted to wear it, but I do apologize for that little issue right there. Anyway, if you'd like to see how I put this monochromatic peach look together, just keep on watching. Okay, let's get started with the eyes. I'm going to be using the Viseart Paris Edit palette. I haven't used this a whole lot and it has a lot of nice peachy tones that I think will work great for this look. So that's why I chose this palette. I'm going to go into this shade right here. A nice peachy pink shade. I've decided I want that shade really all over the lid, so I'm going to take this jumbo blender. It's just going to pack on more color faster. Okay, that's better. Gave a lot more impact with that brush. And I'm just sort of blending out the edges with the classic crease again. I think I do want to just deepen up a little bit around the edges. And for that, I'm going to use this metallic shade right here. And I'll take my mini booster for that. Okay, and for all over the lid, I think I'm gonna choose this one here. This is a much shinier metallic than the one I used up in the crease. And I think this will be really nice as an all over lid shade. I'm taking the soft shader brush, going right into that color. And just putting it all over the lid. Pulling up a little bit into the crease. And just blending a little bit into that part of the inner part of the eye there. Just to add a little bit of interest in the shape. And for the lower lash line, grabbing my little flat definer, and I'm going to go into that first matte that I used again, this one here. There we go. I think I'll go into that metallic that I had put all over the lid too. And just put that sort of more toward the center of the lower lash line. It's quite a shimmery shade. It's really pretty. You might get some fallout with it though, because it's quite flaky. Okay, and for the inner corner, I'm going to go into this shade right here. Kind of a very light gold when you get it on the eye. Just pulling that a little bit up the inner portion of the eyelid as well. I'm gonna take my classic crease again and just make sure there's nothing on it. And just go over all around the edges up here, just to make sure everything is blended in. Now, I think that's good for the shadows, but I do need some liner. I think today I'm going to use my Chantecaille Olive Brocade liner. And I'm gonna do my upper waterline with that. And then I'm also gonna use it as a liner above my lash line. And taking the flat definer again and just sort of smudging that out. Okay, I like that. I like the olive green to contrast with the peach. You know, it's a monochromatic look, but it's nice sometimes to have a little bit of contrast and a different color to ground things, especially when I have these peachy orangey tones on the eyes. I think it can really help to have that green in there with it. So for mascara, I'm gonna use this by Terry, which I used in a previous video. It's the Mascara Terribly Growth Booster. I think I read the French side last time, which is why it was confusing to me, but I was just expecting it to be in French because it's by Terry. So it's the Growth Booster mascara, and I actually like this quite a lot. I don't know if it does boost the growth of my lashes because I've only used it twice, I think, but I like the way it looks on the lashes, and I love this type of wand. Here are the eyes, all finished. Let's move on to the face. I have my base down already. Today I used the Westman Atelier foundation stick. I'm testing that out and preparing to do a video on the whole Westman Atelier line, or most of the line. And I also have the Kosas concealer, and I have the Kosas Cloud Set powder all over my face. And I also have a tiny bit of contour, again, a Westman Atelier, their contour stick just underneath my cheekbones. So that's what we're working with for the base right now. And I want to move on to bronzer. So I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush in Fair again. I just feel like this is the perfect bronzer for this look because it's not going to interfere with the peachy blush and highlighters that I'm going to use. Because I think if I were to use too deep or too orangey or peachy of a bronzer, it could muddy things up on my cheeks a little bit. So I just think that this Charlotte Tilbury one is perfect for today. Okay, bronzer is all set, and let's move on to the blush. So I'm going to be using this little Dior Backstage Rosy Glow. This is the shade 004 Coral. This is the only one of these blushes that I have. I had my eye on the pink one. There's a really cool pink one in this line that I've had my eye on for a long time, but I decided that I have enough pink blushes that I'm really happy with, and I really wanted to try this coral color. It's so bright and pretty, so I thought this would be the perfect blush for this look. And I'm using the Soft Cheek from Sonia G. Just brings such a nice bright peach to the cheeks. I really like this color. And it's a matte blush, but I wouldn't consider it a really flat matte. It just really sort of takes on the texture or the finish on your skin already. And so it's still allowing, I forgot to mention, I have the Glow Lust on over top of the foundation. I put it on before I did the powder, so I just put it all over my cheeks and my forehead. So this blush is still allowing some of that finish to show through. For highlighter, I have this MAC Beaming Blush shade of the Extradimension Skinfinish. So it's kind of a duochrome peachy highlighter, and let's throw that on. I like these Extradimension highlighters quite a lot. I think they're really nice. Xander's just trying to get comfy on the couch, I think. Oh. So I'm taking the Sculpt 3 from Sonia G, and I don't want to put this up here because it's really too dark to put on this part of my face, I think. So I'm just sort of using it almost as a blush topper, but at the high point of the cheekbone there. You can see it's quite intense. And then I do want a little bit of highlight sort of in this area too. So I'm taking the Benefit Cookie highlighter on the same brush. And this is a very strong highlight, so I want to be quite sparing with it. I'm going to be buffing everything out afterwards. And I'm going to take the flat definer again into the cookie highlight and just do my brow arch with that. I find sometimes adding the brow bone highlight can just add a more finished quality to the look. Just sort of tie things together. And last but not least, I have to do the lips. I brought out a few options for the lips, so I'm not quite sure which one I want to choose. The first one I have here is MAC Runway Hit. I really like the color of this. It is a very dry formula though. It's the Retro Matte formula. Might be a little bit more pink than I want for this look. I have the Bite Beauty Sweet Cream. This is their Amuse Bouche lipstick formula, which is discontinued, but I have several of them and I do like this color a lot. That might be a contender. And I have this Fenty lipstick in Single, I think is the name of the shade. It's more of a nude peach. And I have this Lancôme matte shaker in the shade Energy Peach, which is, so that's the Lancôme, that's the Bite, and that's the Fenty. I think I'm gonna go with the Lancôme. It's very similar to the Bite, but it's just a little bit more vibrant. So we'll put that on and see how that goes. I do want a little bit of a liner. So I'm going to take my Victoria Beckham 01 liner. It's a nice nude peach shade. And then let's go into the lip. I think Energy Peach is really a perfect name for this shade. It's a peach, but it does have a lot of energy and vibrancy to it. So I'm just taking my Sonia G Smooth Buffer and I'm just gonna buff over the cheeks. And I think I want a little bit more powder on my nose, so just with the cloud set again. Just throw a little bit of that right there. And I think that's it. So this is the completed monochromatic peach look. I hope you enjoyed watching this. If you have any requests for other monochromatic looks that you'd like me to do, let me know in the comments. And if you have any other comments or questions, I'd love to see those below as well. If you'd like to see more from me and you haven't subscribed to my channel already, I would love for you to do so. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.